Welcome back to another episode of our ARK Survival Evolved Dino Guides. Today's video is about the water bird Pelagornis. We will talk about its real-life counterpart, the in-game creature, its behavior, its statistics, and functionality. The Pelagornis is a large water bird. Its name comes from the Old Greek, and it means bird of the open seas. It got its name for it's assumed that the Pelagornis used to travel great distances over seas, where it also hunted its prey. The spiky tooth on its beak were to hold squids, so not for chewing. The Pelagornis lived in the late Oligocene to the early Pleistocene, which was 25 to 2.5 million years ago. This extraordinary bird was long assumed to be related to the albatross, since there's a lot of similarities, but it's actually closer related to the waterfowl. The bird traveled the worlds, so there's no specific place of origin known. The Pelagornis fed on fish and squids that it caught in the open seas mostly. The in-game version is actually very much like the real one for a change. The size, however, is supposedly undetermined, and we would make an estimate, but it's easier to say it's slightly bigger than the Pteranodon and slightly smaller than the Argentavis. The name, the diet, and appearance are somewhat the same. Not enough differences to be mentionable, at least. One interesting feature of the in-game version is that once domesticated, it can land on both water and land surfaces. This feature comes at a price, though. The Pelagornis is unable to pick up anything with its claws. This feature makes it one of the most versatile mounts, since it can be used for mid-water bases, if one would be interested in that. The Pelagornis has a few other benefits, like increased damage versus smaller fish, and the ability to harvest resources from its prey with the killing blow, meaning it doesn't have to hit it up after it is killed to collect, but it instantly happens once it gets the kill. The Pelagornis is a docile creature, just roaming the skies. Even when attacked, it won't attack, yet it will flee. This makes it a low on the aggression index. It's a very versatile mount compared to other flyers. We'll now show you the statistics of a level 1 wild creature, so keep in mind that these will increase with level ups, but it will give you an impression of the pros and cons of the creature. Let's take a look at its statistics. Its health is 210, which is really low, but you shouldn't get hit a lot with this creature, due to the speed and ability to fly. It has a stamina of 320, which is decent. You will need it with a flying creature, so you might want to be leveling up stamina. The melee is 16. This is very low, so it isn't the best DPS dealer. It does have an area of effect damage, making it a bit more lethal. But since the health is also low, I'd suggest another bird to fight with. Its weight is 135. This is bad for a creature this size, though it can be compared with a Pteranodon for a least capable weight bird. Its base movement speed is 132. 600 for flying, and 143 when sprinting. The sprint is increased to 1200 when domesticated. Since the Pelagornis has the ability to swim, it also has a swimming speed, which is really slow, however, at 330. Note that increasing the movement speed is very beneficial for swimming. The oxygen is 150, and it's similar to most creatures, but this doesn't matter since it can't dive. The functionality of the Pelagornis lies in its speed, the ability to land on both land and water, and that it gathers resources with a killing blow. Keeping this in mind, we can divide it into 4 roles actually. The last hit killer, the ocean kickstarter, the organic polymer farmer, and the piranha killer. The last hit killer is based around the ability to harvest with the killing blow, making it interesting to look for last hits on wild creatures being in a fight, to swoop in once they are bloodied and steal the kill. For this role, spend level ups on weight, melee, and depending on the level you tamed it, also stamina. The second role we recommend is the Ocean Kickstarter. This role is mainly because it can land on water, which makes it really easy to tame an Itchy. However, all water creatures are attracted to the Pelagornis landed on the water, so beware. A small flaw in this role is that you can make the saddle at level 30, so once you actually are able to fly this bird, you might have established some water presence that are more efficient. This role doesn't need specific level ups. The third role we can recommend is the Organic Polymer Farmer. This role is based also on the last hit ability. Killing penguins and harvesting them at the same time has never been easier. A small tip is that the babies give more than the adults, so focus on those when you're doing it. For the Polymer Farmer, level up weight and melee, since its base weight isn't too high and the polymer is actually quite heavy. And the fourth and last role we recommend is the Piranha Killer. This is because the Pelagornis gets a massive attack bonus versus piranhas, saber-toothed salmon, and coals. It will easily kill and harvest the fish meat from the same shot, usually killing multiple piranhas in one hit, as they tend to swarm as soon as you land on the water. Note that other water creatures are not part of this bonus damage. For this role, also level up weight and melee. We hope you now have an idea of what the actual Pelagornis look like, how it compared to the other ones in game, and what it's good for. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the guide, please consider leaving a rating. The sources that we have used are mentioned in the description. If you have any questions, comments or constructive feedback, feel free to leave those in the comment section